ready or not, here I come now. Let's play hide and seek. Prepare to be caught. Here I come now. Let's play hide and seek. Riding on the playground, no more dance to make a sound. Running round and round and round, no one wants to be first found.
Hello, everyone. I got plenty of time. I got plenty of space, but that's going to take a lot forever for that 40 minute to load up anyway, so I might as well just do it like this. Number 2. Who am I? Who am I? Now, this video, let me just play. Let me get back to the beginning of it. I'm going to read some of the comments in here too, because this has got to be very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of this beginning part here, and I'm going to shut up, maybe. Didn't do it, did it? Go. Wait for it. Does that look like Hunter and Emily? No, it's Bethany and Dylan. So, what's going on? Bethany is in her sophomore year, and she's the one hosting bid day. Is that something they do? Or did? Sorry, I just had a coughing attack, so. Pi, beta, phi. All twinkly and stuff. So I'm going to bring you a series of stuff. And I just made this video. I took all the photos, and then I was talking to do the recording of it. Got done and realized I didn't turn the recorder on. I talked for a full freaking hour narrating that was this
terrible.
video, and I didn't do. I mean, it's like, oh, it's just practice makes perfect. So. Here we have the gals, or 2 of the gals, or more, and they're walking hand in hand. But you know, it's funny because, wow, they so look like Hunter and freaking Emily, you guys. What is up? That makes me feel like, oh, something even weirder is going on. Look at that. She walks just like him. Oh my God. You know, Xana and that one chick, Madeline Mayer, they also would dress up acting like guys at the fraternities, like frat guys. And those 2 looked identical. So when I heard that someone said that Xana dressed in all black, my first thought was that Madeline, that other chick. And also her being one of the runners, I think, as well. So that was like, wait a minute. So then I saw that, and I'm like, what is going on? Because remember, Maddie did a little TikTok doing that as well, dressing as a guy.
I don't have the answer for you.
Oh. Okay. So. Love Tina. I had to look up who Eileen was. I didn't know who that was, but now I got it. That's the one that Charlize Theron played that role. Man alive, did she do amazing job on that. Amazing. So I don't know who Dylan is. I don't know who Bethany is. I don't know who any of these guys are. Probably one of the only ones that I know of that haven't put out just horrible things about, anybody in this. I mean, there's been things I've put out, yes, that I have leaned towards, right? But I've never like I didn't jump on the bandwagon with the Dylan thing. I never jumped on that one. There's no reason to, because I don't know. And I can't, that's one thing I can't put that on a person's head. I mean, because seriously, on her head, the things she's had to deal with, whether or not she asked for it or not, have been detrimental for the rest of her life. I mean, can you imagine being told and accused of being a boy when you're not, or maybe she is? I don't know. We don't know. But that would be something that would stick with me for the rest of my life. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'd be, but I would have issues. Okay. Now that happened to me though, in the beginning of this case, when I got my channel, and Tommy. God, I hope you got to fly above those northern lights and look down and see what they look like from above. Can you imagine what he saw? Oh my God, you're so lucky. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful exit, man. Oof. Can't even imagine what you got to see. Just amazing. And probably still seeing it. You're probably up there just taking it all in. I love it. Take it all in, babe. So, when I first got on, Tommy and the channel, the members, the subs and mods, whoever, I don't know exactly who it all was, but some of them were for humorous about it. Some of them maybe thought exactly what they were saying. Someone probably didn't have a clue. But I went on from being this person to that person to this person. But mainly when I first started out, because of how I sounded probably, and I understand that, because I was in that place I was staying where they smoked, and I was killing me. It was killing me being there. And still I suffer from that to this day. And if I sound like I sound, it's because of that. And I had no control over that at that point. So they called me Justin. They claimed I was Justin. And although Tommy had his humor side about it, I could tell he still had his, I would talk to him on the freaking phone, literally on the phone, and he still wasn't quite sure. And I get it in this case. You guys, you have to be so on your toes, because who you're talking to is not who you're talking to. You might think you're talking to someone you can trust, and you might think you know who this person is. Oh my God, I've never met them, but I just know who they are. Oh, bullshit. No, you don't. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe you're one of those people that can take or leave that narcissist. Well, I've never been able to leave them. They all just kind of latch on, right? Because they know. They'll spot a person like me from another town, man, and they'll make their way over here just to get to me, just to get a little taste, because it's so easy. And plus, they want me on their shelf. I'm there for backup, because a narcissist always has backup on their shelf. You do know that, right? That a narcissist, and if they don't, if they've screwed up and they've let it get the best of them and they don't have a backup, those are the narcissists that go down quick, and those because they don't have the fuel to keep them alive. They need us to stay alive. They need their energy vampires. They need our what they call supply. Just like a vampire who doesn't get his blood, then basically he's melting and goes into oblivion and turns into, I don't know, old Krispy Kremes. I don't know. But if you've ever been around a narcissist who hasn't gotten their supply, here's how it works. I know this purely because I lived it, and if I allowed myself, I would still be living it. But I have been no contact with this person for years. Now, this person, when they weren't getting supply, they needed the attention they needed from the people that they had groomed, or they were trying to get into their web. If they didn't get what they needed, you could tell, like they looked 20 years older. They would be sick. They wouldn't be able to move. That first little visit from somebody who gave them a taste of some supply that they needed, some of that energy they needed, literally that person was like a blooming flower with water. I mean, 20 years dropped off their life, vibrant, happy, rosy cheeks, bouncing around when they were on their deathbed. Only because someone walked in the room and gave them that attention that they so desperately needed to stay alive. Because that's what they need. They need us to stay alive. If all of us just ignored the narcissists of this world and didn't even look at them, didn't talk to them, didn't even allow them to know that we even knew they existed on this planet, they would fold up and die. There's no way. They wouldn't be around because they need us. That's the only reason they're still around, is because people feed them. Do not feed the animals. People, do not feed the animals. Keep your fingers out of the fence, because they will bite. And they will chomp down, and they will take full fingers, let me tell you. Phalanges, be gone. Yeah, because whether it's good attention or bad attention, it doesn't matter. They'll take good attention for sure. But they prefer the type of, like, they prefer you to be in turmoil. The more turmoil you're in, the more drama is going on in your life, and it's because of them. Oh my God, they just, so delectable. Oh, it's just like a feast from heaven. Oh my gosh, they'll even eat the bones on that one. I mean, they'll lick the plate because they love that. Now, if it's the good stuff, they'll eat a little bit of it, as much as they need to stay alive, and then they'll go on about their way to try to cause that drama or whatever, to cause that turmoil up in you, because for some reason that's just like that extra little scoop of butter or pour of gravy or a little tidbit of salt they need just to make it taste so good. That's what that does. And if you don't give that to them, they will go elsewhere to find it. They'll never stop. They have to go elsewhere to find it because they have to stay alive. That's their main goal in life, is to stay alive, and feeding on others to do that is how they have to do it. That's what they're going to do. So yeah, why I got on that subject, I don't know. But anyway, back to reality. And how many minutes we're in? We're already in 11 minutes and I haven't talked about shit. Okay. Now, I'm going to play a little bit more of this video. Let me read some comments first. Love Tina. That's an interesting box vehicle behind them, almost like the one that left at the end. That's a lot. That a lot they were saying was, a lot were saying was a Rubicon. So that person who owns that vehicle, maybe not that exact one, but owns one just like that, put it that way, is the person, the female who was ordering, the next one ordering behind the girls at the grub truck, her and her boyfriend, who has the same name as AC, who lived in the house before, who's been friends with Maddie and Kaylee forever. But that one's a weird one because the pictures, how it goes back and how they go bounce between the two of them is really odd. Like, it's all this, it's almost like, you guys, oh my God, it just now dawned on me. It's almost like, and I'm not saying this person is bad, I'm not saying this person did anything, I'm just saying that these people exist, right? And these people are everywhere. And there is a dynamic there was a dynamic, you guys, oh shit, that they had to go up against. And let me tell you, a narcissist loves a challenge. Oh, do they love a challenge? In fact, they probably love a challenge more than anybody. They love a challenge. Especially ones that they can't break, they can't get into, they can't break that bond. They can't. That is the biggest challenge of all. Because damn straight, they're going to do it. They're going to work until they can't. And if so be it, but they're going to give it their all. And there's many people in this case that I believe gave it their all. And these are people that wanted to break up these couples. They wanted to get in between the bond that Maddie and Kaylee have still. I don't think that'll ever be gone. And same with Xana and Ethan. Same thing. This bond, this cement bond, this concrete bond, nothing abstract about it. It was concrete and there was no getting in it except for breaking it, for doing away with it. That's how they got in. That's how they broke the bond finally. Well, what did it get them? You worked forever to break this bond, to get in between them, to get in there, to get something of what they had, because what they had to taste so freaking good, because they were so happy. They were just nice people, happy people, going about their lives, right? Loving other people, caring about other people, letting other people in, but not in enough, were they? They weren't letting them in enough. They wanted more. They wanted to taste what they shared. But they never will. That's one thing they'll never taste, because things that taste like that taste different to them than it does to the people that share those bonds. The people that share those bonds, they don't taste the drama. They don't taste the anger. They don't taste the belittling and the beating and the just awful things that these people do to others on a daily basis. They don't even want that on their dinner plate. That's not what they're tasting. That's not what they're eating, and just taking their time eating this meal because it tastes so good. And that's why they've been in that relationship for that long, because it does taste good to them, because it's a good feeling. And those narcissists don't want you to feel good. God, that's the last thing they want you to feel. Trust me on that one. They do not want you to feel good. Of course, they'll let you feel good for a little while, because they got to ramp that up. If they let you feel good for a little while, you've got all that extra juice in there. So when they do come at you and they turn you the opposite direction, and they make you something you're not, make you feel something you don't want to feel, that's when it's just, that weight was good for them. Oh God, it was so good. Yeah. That one's a scary one, but it's true. So watching this again, oh my God, we got an Eileen Warnos. Yeah, that's the one chick that drove around, and she was a trucker and drove around and offed people. And I don't know the whole story. I just know that part. 10250, they unalived Xana. It's over for them. That's proof that there's right there. They just gotta, when that girl, before she goes AWOL. Oh, they gotta get that girl. So D, maybe Dylan. I don't know. Okay, let's do this while we're going down. Yeah, this one, Jennifer's Body, is a horror movie, I believe. It's like a group of friends, and she's unalived. Very weird they would say that. So that's referring to part in this video. Let me just go to it. Let me pause you for a second. Blue, too, actually. Actually, I'm just going to play this as we go. But she's pretty tall. You can kind of, get the height of the truck by Dylan. I think she's 5'10", 5'9", or 5'10". And look at the height in those tires. The whale wells, the difference between them. Yep. Oh, but look at this G-Wagon, or whatever that wagon is. I think those are pretty expensive, aren't they? The red vehicle in the back. And that's Brittany. Or not Brittany. I always want to call her Brittany. Bridget. Now, Bridget is someone I've had my eye on for a long time. She's also... Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. Now, there's a picture running around out here, the same exact picture, but someone has photoshopped Dylan with no pants on. And man, I tell you, that is one good butt. It's one good ass on that person. It's a great Photoshop. I don't know how they did it, but it's good. And those pictures, like that, I can't remember exactly what they're called. Deep fake. Oh, deep fake pictures. Now, that was going around at the beginning of the case, too. The deep fake about Kaylee and Maddie, where they were showing their normal pictures that we have all seen, yet they were taking something in the mouth, put it that way. I didn't actually see these right up close. I heard about them. They were explained to me quite in detail. And there are places I can go see those now, but I choose not to. And there's plenty of places out there you can go see those. But like I said, I choose not to. We see enough in this case as it is. And I don't need to be seeing those. So that deep fake is taking people's lives. And it's going around big time over there. There's a lot of even younger than these young adults that are taking their lives because of these people that are going around from other countries, even their own friends. Okay, so let me explain this to you. I only know about deepfake because I listened to Stephanie So, and there was one that she put out that was coming out of everywhere. Everywhere it was coming out of, but it. I kind of think it might have originated in the Asian realm over there. I don't know exactly, but what it is, it's these apps and stuff that you can take anyone's picture, and you can make and real. I'm telling you, you can't even tell the difference. But they're doing things, and there's full videos of it that these people never did. That's not even that person. It is a picture of that person, but that person was clothed and like in a, maybe who knows what setting they were in, but nothing nefarious, put it that way. But they turned it into that. Full videos, you guys. Now, these school kids were doing this, and literally this one girl's best friends started doing it, not really knowing what they were getting into, and then ending up getting sucked into it from the people that weren't going to let them out. Like, literally, they had these people, and it was for money. Like, they were extorting them, the parents, through their kids, and they were putting videos out of these little sick grade school kids doing things with adults and other things and extorting them. And these were because they had gotten talked them into, as being a friend, literally one of their friends, into sending them a picture of them, or taking a picture, like right then, like, take a picture in front of that sign over there or whatever, so that they could manipulate it. And people were dropping off this planet right and left. Young kids, because of what was going down, what they were doing. Parents of these young kids also not able to handle it. And that's this deep fake pictures. And that is what kind of feel like with Dylan, like that one picture of her, because it looked so real. It's the first one I saw. I never saw her with pants on to begin with in this case. I always saw the other picture. And literally, she's standing there, exactly the same picture, but she has no bottoms on. None. And at first I thought it was maybe, nude colored leggings or something that just looked really good, 'cause she's really toned down there or whatever. But then I just realized that's not the case. That's not what that was. That was a deep fake photo. And it happens. It's in this case. It's up, way above, over the heads in this case, as well as many other things. And so whether Dylan deserved that because she did something to someone else, I don't know. Maybe she, they figured it was, you deserve this, but but that other person really, maybe it wasn't that other person that actually they felt deserved it. Maybe it was somebody else that put it out, making it look like that other person. You got my drift? These people that are doing these crazy, mean, narcissistic, nefarious things are blaming people that don't have a clue what they're talking about, yet these people are the ones being taken down because they're so good at what they do, putting the blame on someone else and providing receipts, so-called receipts, right? What is a receipt? Well, what the fuck is a receipt? I don't know. A receipt is pretty crazy because I don't know, but if you guys know this, but there's certain gas stations, get this is really crazy, that when you get a printout receipt for your taxes and stuff, you better make sure you have that receipt in a special envelope or something or other, because the ink disappears. The fucking ink disappears. You'll go back and look 2 weeks later and the ink is gone. You can't even see anything on that receipt. And you don't think they know this? You don't think there's somebody up in that university, in a university out of town, in another state, someone who's not even in a university, just a freaking smart-ass person that knows how to do these things? Just like the lights, the stoplights downtown off Main, and like down there by the Identity, and that whole area, that whole nefarious area right there. And I just keep saying this is where it's at. The lights, for some reason, there's a major light down there that goes out during these really crazy times that are happening. There might be a semi speeding out of town, and all of a sudden the traffic lights aren't working. Who's running these traffic lights? Who's causing these things to happen at any given time when they choose to make them happen? Somebody's doing it. But who? Are you staying with me? Hopefully you're staying with me. Okay, I'm going to get to that point in the 4chan stuff. So, turn you up a little bit. And they are at this house. And you're going to see some more pictures of her. I think they're in Boise, though. Because it looks like they're at a ball game. Because they got all their Boise gear on. Now, I don't know who the other two are that she's with, but I'm pretty sure I know that's Bridget. I wonder whose parents those are, though. Anyway, they're besties and have been for a while. So we've been told. And makes me wonder because I heard that Bridget was also besties with some of the guys, like the two Davids in the frat house. So I wonder how well Dylan knows them, right? If she knows them, and those two are besties, and what gives here? What gives? That's what I want to know. Kitty on the car. Put on some chapstick. Come on. Dry. It's wet weather here, but dry. It's weird. What? And so when I saw this, they remind me of the girls, like the Bud girls that go around, you know, or the shooter, like the Jaeger girls, things like that. But this is a VIP only. Typically, that's not what they have. They don't say that on the bars or anything like that. I wonder if they're at a strip club. Just okay. It's this one that got me, you guys. This picture right here. Holy God, that's when my brain went, bah! It just went literally falls to the walls. Hold on, feed the kitty cat. She's going to try to eat this right out of the can because she loves it so much. Hold on, hold on, little one. Get the water. Let me get the water, put them in here. Don't touch the screen. Don't touch that screen. I'm getting it, hold on. Okay, that's what I go through. I'm sitting in the back seat. Hold on. She's trying to get this. Hold on, no, don't touch the screen. No. Don't get up there, hold on. Just a second, I gotta put you guys on pause. Shit. Okay, back to this picture. Now, as I'm talking in this video, not me live, the real thing right here now, but on this video, I'm dissecting where this room is. I'm trying to figure out where this room is. And it dawns on me that this room is that spare bedroom downstairs with the bookshelves. VIP only. Whatever warning this sign said, I don't know. We've got Bethany and Dylan and whoever that girl is in front of Bethany. I don't know who she's acting like she's kissing. I don't know. What's going on in this room? Literally, what is going on in this room? What are those pictures of? What's on the walls in that room? Who's a VIP? What's a VIP to them? You know, I read this blog about off-campus sorority houses. And this blog said there's no such thing as an off-campus sorority house. They're all frat houses. And what this blog said is that if there is an off-campus sorority house and there's 2 or more sorority sisters living there, it's called a brothel. And they just blatantly said that. When I read that, I'm just like, whoa, man. It's just like, whoa. You just say that? Yeah, they did. I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying that's what I read. It's pretty believable blog. It was really crazy. I don't know why I didn't read more of that, man. I tell you, I don't know why I didn't read more of that one. If I can find it, I'll read it to you guys. Okay, so this room is the downstairs room. My God, the orange curtain room. Think about orange curtains. Think about red curtains. Think about the glow, that beautiful glow of those colors. Not all reds, mind you. Not all reds, but not all oranges. It takes a certain tone of those, a certain shade. But boy, do they glow. Boy, are they inviting, right? Warm. Yeah. Like, what do you think of when you think of those things? And I don't mean crimson blood or anything like that, but every time I look down, I'm looking at the screen, I see Eileen and I see the W, and I always think of womb. Every time I see that and I look down, that womb, I first see womb, and then I see worms, and then I see the name. Just telling you how my brain's working. Okay. So, we didn't get to see these rooms, what's in these rooms downstairs. Or the second floor. In fact, we didn't get to see any of them. Because of a court order saying that we can't. In fact, we can't see any of it. They don't want anybody to see it. Why? I get part of it. I don't want to see the gore. I don't want to see that. The last thing I want to see is what happened to them. Oh my God. Ouch. She's standing on my leg, and for some reason it really hurts. Oh, she's going to hang out in here for a while. She's going to love on the sweater. She got her belly full. Are you doing good, girl? You doing good, girl? Hi. You just got to hear some eating. Now you might hear some rubbing on the screen. Oh, she's going to turn it off. Oh, that was me. Oh, that was my bad. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to where I was at. Dang it. Let me see where I'm at here. Oh, okay. Not too far. Not too far. One more. Let me play a little bit. Look at the height in those tires. You know, the whale wells. Different day. The red vehicle. 4chan stuff. They're at a ball game. I'm pretty sure that's. And how well Dylan knows them. That's what I want to know. Weird. Okay. And so when I saw this, they remind me of the girls, like the Bud girls that go around, you know, or the shooter, like the Jaeger girls, things like that. But this is a VIP only. Typically, that's not what they have. They don't say that on the bars or anything like that. I wonder if they're at a strip club. Just curious. Oh, but wait, it's got bookshelves in the back. No, that's the room downstairs. Are they doing it out of the room downstairs? That's a freaking room downstairs, you guys. The bookshelf on the wall. Holy crap. What is going on? Look at the lights in the. Okay, so you guys, when I made this video, that was in my thought process. I thought about it. I said it out loud because it happened right then and there. While I was making the videos, when it dawned on me. I thought about it, and then I didn't. It was gone. Thanks to Love Tina, it's now back in my noggin. Full force in my noggin. Because what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? I said, hey. Just woke up, I'm not going to be able to sing. I said, what's going on? Yeah, gotta love her. So awake in the morning and I step outside. I take a deep breath and I get real high. I'm not going to be able to sing it. I'm telling you, I just woke up, so I'm not going to be able to. I haven't even done my la 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 la. It's not going to work very good this morning. But I love singing that song. Oh, man. When I'm in a mood and I need to get out what I need to get out, whether it's good or whether it's bad, that's a song I go to. That is the song I go to every single time. Love it. And it's a hard song to sing. So even when my voice is doing well, I still can't sing it like her. That's for damn sure. But I do pretty good. Not today. I don't. Now, all the things we got to hear but didn't get to hear in these interviews. Oh, yeah, they worked online. They had a job online. Oh, we don't know where that was. We don't know what the job is. But Maddie was wanted to work there too, so Maddie was working there too. Oh, we don't know. It's just a job online. Their office is in that room. Is it actually theirs? Was it all of theirs? Was it just these that we're looking at right now? Who's this girl in front of him? what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I want to know what's going on. So bad, I want to know what's going on. But do I really want to know what's going on? Are we ready for this? Are we ready to rumble? Were they ring girls? Maybe they're ring girls. Oh my God. Becky, did you see her butt? I like big butts and I cannot lie. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Are they ring girls? This is interesting because see the lights that we're seeing shining in here in this room? Well, they had to use a ladder to get those up there, so the ladder must have been brought into the house at one point. And we do know, well, we think we know, what's behind those bookshelves. There's something behind those bookshelves, because there's a space for it, for something to be behind those bookshelves. What's behind there, and where does it lead to, if it leads anywhere? How big is it behind there? Is it big enough to fit just one person crawling on their belly, or two people crawling on their belly, or two people belly to belly doing belly things, or berry, whatever, the horizontal bop? Don't know. Does it go somewhere else? Does it lead to the library in the university? Because that's where one of the tunnels leads to the library. The main library is one of them, and that is a honest to God for sure truth thing. And it's a for sure truth thing about the tunnels, because the Wallace building was a building that is a dormitory, but that's not what it was built for to begin with. It was and it was built there was a lottery that went up to see who was going to win to actually design and build these things, and this one guy that won it was a freaking guy who built prisons. And so that's his design. So when you're looking at aerial view of this Wallace building, it looks like those spaceships, those asteroid spaceships with the little prongs, the little four things or whatever goes off to the side, and then there's a belly in the middle. So it's like a spider with legs, but only 4 legs, and they're thicker than a normal spider's legs, right? And so these are these wings that go off of this main round building in the middle, and one of them is called the Wallace Wing, and that was a fallout shelter back in the day. It's still there. In fact, they built it so that anywhere on campus, if the sirens started ringing for the the bombs and stuff, whatever they're going through at that time, because there's plenty of times things to be gone through, that anybody, anywhere, if they were on that campus, anywhere, that they could get to that Wallace building within 10 minutes through the tunnels. That's the truth. Honest to God truth. That's in the history books. Now, these are things I can't just run over to get because they're on my phone. And this is my tablet I'm doing this on. I've got so much stuff on that phone, and I'm so stupid with how I'm going to use this word ignorant on how to get stuff back and forth from a storage wars, for one. That's always my problem with storage wars. But just through emails and through transferring pictures from this gallery to this gallery, I'm ignorant when it comes to that. And so it takes me what most people probably can do in a heartbeat. It takes me maybe, hours, maybe a day or two to actually figure this shit out. So when I say I've got receipts, I got receipts. I just don't have them right here in front of me. I mean, they are in front of me, but they're on a totally different device. Okay, this one's getting lengthy again. And I haven't got to... This is almost 38 minutes? Holy crap. So, this VIP sign has actually got a light behind it. This is a real deal, you guys. But you got the lights up, right? There was a picture that was going around of the party they claimed was the party that night. And it was the fight ring, which was allegedly said to be in the front... What it looked to be the front parking lot. They had like this, like it looked like these lights that are up around it, like with a stage, like a matching. I was gonna say boxing matching stage, all in one. Slow down, Bubbly. Slow down, baby girl. It was a ring, a makeshift ring, outside the house in the parking lot where the fight allegedly happened. Allegedly, I have no clue. These are pictures that could be deep faked. We don't know. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing because they're not talking. Come on. They're not talking. We don't know nothing. We're in a darker room than they are right now. Psh, you ain't got no VIP only light shining to lead our way. Nah, we don't even have a hand to hold. Nope. We're blind. We are feeling like, with our hands, like we're like a mime in there, feeling around, trying to feel the walls and stuff. Blind. Blind, blind, blind. The blind leading the blind. Ah. 102.50. 102.50. Hold on.
We just hear crying. Like, I'm gonna keep going, but maybe something happened where Ethan died, or Ethan's the first one to get killed. I know they say that Ethan and Xana were attacked probably at the same time. Maybe it's true, and just Maddie and Kaylee were just witnesses to the fucking thing. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
This here is Outcast. Great guy. Great work. I don't know if this is one of mine. Because I would send him sound bites, little clips out of my videos, and then he would work them down and take like what he needed to do to where we could hear more in them. Right now, I don't know at this point if this one's mine because I didn't stop there. I just went to try to get as close to the 102 mark as I could. So this is where I stopped. This is where we're going to listen from. Here we go.
Maybe they were like, these bitches got to die too. Like, we can't let this slide. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Brian Koberger just decided to kill everyone after there was a 2-hour fight. I don't know how deep this goes, man. I don't know who these people are, but there's definitely a fight. And is it at 1122? I don't know. Just bear with me. So I'm just trying to play this as we go along. I think, Jesse, that it's happening all around the house. This is a crazy, hectic scene. So,
Listen to him. It's gonna be loud. Okay, turn your sound down.
woo! Let him cuff. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here, folks. Trust me.
Okay. To the Linda Lane, to the people who do not believe that that is true, that those sound bites, that whole thing is just fake. Well, there's a lot of fake in there, for sure. I'll give you that. But who in their right mind is going to actually make a fake video and then cover it up with a bunch of stuff and take a bunch of stuff away? Why not just make it fake, do all that right in the beginning? Or why even put that video out at all? No. This video was put out and they did what they did to cover up the things they needed to cover up. And some of them they did very well for a year or more, until people like Rollo, people like me. I don't know if I was the first one, but I know Rollo and I were definitely the first ones to put filters on them. And I might have been the first one, actually, to put those filters on to where you could see some more, because they were blocked, because they took it away from us. They took our sight, they took our hearing, they took everything. So we couldn't hear, see, feel, taste, nothing. We weren't even there to feel or taste. We were just having to whatever scraps we were thrown, we were grabbing them and running for the hills, trying to figure out what these scraps were. And along comes Outcast. And along comes Rollo. Along comes me. And we know what you did. And many others. get digging into this truth. Tell it to Elle. True Killer Crime. Amazing. True Killer Crime. Love you. Love you, Elle. Love all of you. I love you. Neeks Peaks. True Crime Design. Lana. Different than we're doing, but we need Lana. We need her. We need her because we all need each other. We all put something towards this, right? We all have our own niche, right, to add. Let's join hands like they did in the Coke commercial, you know. If I had no wait, do 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 do, perfect harmony, do 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 do. The commercial with the little boy in the lawn, and they let loose all these freaking blonde Labrador puppies. Oh my God! And they're just licking him, and he's like rolling in the grass. He's freaking peeing his pants probably because he's being licked crazy for these dogs. Apparently, that was a traumatic thing for that kid. By the way, I found out much later. Fucking scary. People will do whatever they'll do for money, and that commercial, still to this day, makes me feel good. And it was a traumatic thing for that child. Fuck. Okay, I gotta let this video go. I'm sorry, but this one's at 45 minutes, and hopefully there's enough room. I'm gonna get the other one going. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Love you guys.